Hello students and welcome back to the third class of the chapter The Bet. The drama I have taught you, I have tried to teach you, and now I will discuss the questions that are there in the book, and answers I will discuss, and later on I will give you the answers of this chapter. Okay, so but one thing you need to keep in your mind, you have centralized paper. No matter how many questions are there at the back of each and every chapter in the exercise, doesn't matter, it's centralized paper. You can have question from any part of the text. Okay, circle the appropriate options. So here you have to circle the appropriate options. Like 1, 2, 3, it's grammar oriented. You have to do Mr. Fogg was a man with an orderly mind and even if regular habits. So you have to take the correct one. Which one will be the correct? Try to do it. On 2nd October 1872, Mr. Fogg placed a bet that he could or would travel around the world in 80 days. Which one? Couldn't, could or would? Which one we will take? Let's come to question number 4. Mr. Fix arrested and jailed Mr. Fogg in London, in Liverpool, on the way to Allahabad. Where? We will take the correct option. Okay. Mr. Fogg thought that he had arrived on 21st December, but he had actually arrived on 20th because he had travelled from east to west, from east to west, from west to east to west, all the way around the world. Which one? We will take the correct option. Okay. Work in groups and answer these questions. This is my invariable routine every day. Who said this to whom? Summarize the speaker's daily routine. So, Mr. Fogg has said this to his newly appointed servant. And what is his duty? He wakes up, takes his breakfast, proper time, the time is mentioned, he will get the answer. Then he goes to the club and returns midnight, The world is large enough for the man to disappear. Where did the speaker say this? Where was this said? We have to identify the place. Okay. Saturday, impossible. Who said this? According to the speaker, what was impossible and why? So this was also there in the I will just tell you, it's in the last scenes, maybe in 6th, yes, 6th scene it is mentioned. No, it's in 5th scene. So identify the place and you do. 60 seconds to win. Who would win and why? What would the winner get? Okay. So what is the winner going to win? Is going to win the bet which was of 20,000 pounds. Okay. So these are the textual questions. I'm not directly telling you the answers. I'm giving you time for you to read the text so that you can solve the answers yourselves. Because at this point of time, students, framing answers yourselves is very, very, very important. Okay. Because we have to become self-dependent. We cannot be spoon-fed with answers. Understood? So try to write your own answers. Don't worry. I have given you the answers of almost all the chapters. And I will give you the answers of this chapter also. But try. If you don't try, you shall never be able to write your own answers, and gradually you will be dependent. This is the correct time for you to grow the habit of writing your own answers. Okay. Next is, was Mr. Fogg like a machine? Which events in the play make you think otherwise? This one I will discuss with you. Maybe he was an orderly person, very much methodical person. But I won't say that he was like a machine, because I don't agree that he was like a machine. He liked to do things at the proper time. He was exceptionally punctual, but he was not like a machine. Because if he was like a machine, he would not have saved Oda. Okay, so that is something. He is a man with emotions. He felt for other human beings. So this shows that he is not a person just like a machine. he is having his own emotions. He is a good human being because he saved that lady from death. What kind of a man was Passepartout? What kind of a man was Passepartout? Was a very good, very obedient, not good, very obedient person, and a very faithful person also, because he accompanied Mr. Fogg all throughout the journey without a sense of disgust, and it is a sort of whimsical decision for Mr. Fogg to start the journey just like this as a part of the bet. So he was so faithful that he followed them in the whole journey, and he helped him, and he was till the end of the point on which Mr. Fogg had won. So he is a very obedient and faithful person. Okay, so and he was a helpful person also. He was a very tricky person because he somehow managed to take order with them by doing a trick. Okay, so these are the questions, students. And two more questions are there. Listen, students, I just want to tell you one thing. Read the texts very, very, very carefully. This book exercises are full of reference to the context. And while I will discuss with you all the question patterns, reference to the context can come in 1 marks MCQ, but all reference to the context it can come, but read the text. How many reference to the context to remind? If you just are depending on the question and answer, so how many reference to the context you would remind? No? Read the text so that you can identify any reference to the context given from the book, whether it is from the exercise or from inside the chapter. So read the text, and the answers of reference to the context from all the chapters I am not giving you, giving you because I want you to read the chapter thoroughly, because maybe there are 10 reference to the context after the chapter, but there can be several. From a drama there can be hundreds and hundreds of reference to the context. So you read the text thoroughly, and some technical questions I will give you that you will prepare for answering. So read the text so that you can write your answers. Discuss in class after many nail-biting adventures. Adventures can refer to journeys into unknown and unfamiliar places. What does nail-biting means? That means some of the events were so adventurous, so uncertain, that they are nail-biting adventure. Means while we read a thriller or see a thriller movie, we are just in the nail-biting condition that what will happen next. Every moment it was full of adventures. Okay, and where Mr. Fogg adventures exciting or boring? Yes, it was adventurous because he traveled around the world. Traveling to new land, unknown land is always related to adventure. Let's not be too hasty. Hasty means in a hurry. What does the speaker mean? That we should not be in such a hurry. What doesn't he want them to do in a hurry? What doesn't he want them to do in a hurry? So read it and find it out. And the muffled sound and the crowd from outside. Muffled means a sound that is soft and heard clearly. Why was the sound of the crowd muffled? Because everybody was astonished to see the arrival of Mr. Fogg. There is a roar of hurrays from the crowd outside. Hurray is a loud cheer. Why does the crowd cheer in? Because everybody was very, 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 very excited to see Mr. Fogg returning at the proper time. Okay, because everybody was sure that he has won the bet. What had happened? He had won the bet. So many questions. My request to you, read the chapter thoroughly. I will give you some of the answers. Read the chapter thoroughly. Okay, so bye for today. 2 or 1 classes I will take on Aladdin, the adventures, the Aladdin and the magician. The second chapter that you have. So bye for today. See you tomorrow.